lyrically.
Mm. Now, I got a question for you, right? So, do you feel like, right? Because this is my thing. Um, like, do you feel like now that people know who Yoshi is, now you popular, the way you got popular about the things you talk about, now that you got here, do you still feel like you need to do that? Because now a lot of people just say, yo, Yoshi can rap. Yoshi's a good battle rapper. So do you still feel like you need to add that in there? Or now could you fall back from that because you already got to where you wanted to get to? Or do you just feel like now, since that's my style, I'ma just continue it?
I mean, like there's representation for almost every personality type in battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
Nerds, gangsters, bullies, gangster bitches, the swagged out getting money girls. It's room for everybody, but not the hoes. It's it's girls out there who are hoes, who like battle rap, who like bars, who wouldn't mind somebody who represents them, who can speak for them and their struggles, whether good or bad. It's
Yeah.
not always good drug dealing, but you can make bars out of it and explain how you learn from it or how benefited or whatever.
Correct.
So talk about in battle rap isn't good, but I think there does need to be representation, and it brings out topics like this one where the wives of battle rap can put their foot down and say, okay, there's certain lines that can't be crossed, because even though I did it in a battle rap form, there's girls that come to events, groupies, thoughts, whatever, that cross the line all the time. That, oh, I want to take a picture, and then they may be too close, touchy, kissing on the guy's neck, drunk, whatever, touching him, inappropriate. And then it's up to the wife to hold her composure and watch this, because, okay, I know my man is in an entertainment business and I don't want to bring out a bad image on him, or I don't want to upset the fan and then he lose a fan. So it's a conversation that needs to be had in the community, especially after the whole Ultimate Madness debacle with
Mm-hmm.
Mike, his girl, and the way things work in the culture. It's something that gets swept under the rug, but really we need to bring awareness to it because it's taboo. If it's taboo, that means it's wrong. If it's wrong, then we shouldn't be doing it.
Hmm. I feel you. Yo, share the broadcast, man. This is an interesting conversation. So to answer my question, that means that you will continue to do it, right?
I'm gonna keep doing thought ball until all the girls start doing it. When all the
Okay.
girls start doing it and like trying to like seeing it works, and then trying to everybody every now and then you see, dang, all the girls are freaking talking nasty. Then I'm not gonna want to do it no more. Then I'm gonna find a new lane.
Okay. I feel you. So now with that being said though, because one thing that you did say in here, that I want to ask you about is you said your kids as well. I didn't know you had kids. So do you feel like in the process of you doing this for entertainment or for the battle and with it being true, and I'll be the first to say what you said has points, but do you still feel like this is something that you can continue to do if it's going to be on the internet and one day they may have to watch it?
Yes, but I have to, more than maybe other parents, I have to be very transparent with my kids, very open and honest. So I have a 13-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. It's a lot easier for me to talk to them and explain their entertainment, because they're in the world of TikTok. They
Mm-hmm.
see all of the up and coming millennial rappers and they know that it's extravagant. So I mean, it's fucked up, but the mind of this generation is already a little bit tainted. So if I could come and give them like real talk, I'm college educated, you know, listen to mom, understand this is just a matrix that I'm in. I think they'll be grounded. The one I worry about is my newest baby, um, because her father's also a battle rapper,
Mm.
and um, he he gets a lot of slack from my reputation, and so I that's the one I have to figure out how I'm gonna deal with it, because I don't want to stop my growth because of somebody else. I feel like he could counter right, but then again, I don't know what it's like to be in his shoes.
Yeah. Now, what I would say is, like I said, like a lot of people gave me slack for the Joe Biden campaign. But when I was on my show in the last 2 days, I was telling people like in order to make change, first you have to get in the door. whatever it is you're trying to do. Because if people know your agenda or your motive from the beginning, and that's not their agenda, then they're not gonna let you in the door. So I'm saying now that you got into the door of battle rap, and you already told people what it is like, and you already got popularity off of that. Because right now, when I've never spoke to you outside of being in the chat. So when I'm hearing you do it, I'm just like, okay, cool, that's a shit, that's a style. But right now, when I'm hearing you speak, like, you're intelligent. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. So I'm like, it's
That's a bar.
yeah, nah, but it's a way that you can still incorporate what you incorporating, but also uplift people, and then let them know like they don't have to continue to do that, or you the elevation of when you went from there past that. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like even Cardi B, like she'll be the first to tell you she was stripping, she was doing all of that, and now she leveled up. I'm saying you could level up and then put a switch to it, because at the same time when you thinking that you bringing awareness to it, it's also it's a gift and a curse, because you're right. That is a conversation that a lot of people don't want to have. A lot of people don't want to speak about. Um, a conversation that a lot of people try to defer from. But at the same time, you also don't want to keep putting that energy out there. Oh yeah, you about to turn up right now. You ain't
Wait,
hearing shit
wait.
I'm saying. She ain't
I had
trying
to
to
turn the
listen.
car
She ain't
on.
trying to listen to Conscious Champ
No,
at all,
no,
man. No, I know,
no.
I know, I know, I know.
I'm gonna save a lot of girls' DNA,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna save a lot of girls. But it's gonna be. I gotta kind of get in there and get it, do it out the mud. You know what I mean? But my plan is what these women who I guess are promiscuous like me. I guess you could say like the Cardi B's and the Sukis and
yeah.
a lot of them. They
Mm.
will show like the glamorous side of the lifestyle, but not the fucked up side of it.
Mm.
And so what I want to do is show that it's not always glamorous. It's self-degrading as fuck. If you're not a naturally promiscuous woman. So for me, for example, I watch porn every day. I think about sex all the time. Even if I don't have it, that's probably why I think about it so much, is because I don't get that much. So I'm always thinking about it. I'm just a naturally promiscuous woman. So I have to literally repress my inner whore, my inner thoughts. I have to repress them and hold them back. If you're not that type of woman, it makes no sense for you to portray that or try to be that for society. Just be regular. Be a regular girl, live a regular life. So that's what I want. I want to uplift the ones that really have this struggle with this sex demon and show them that you can bring positivity out of it, and you can find like self-growth by repressing it, and tell the girls who are not really whores, who are not really thoughts, who have to drink thought Rita and margarita and all that to turn up, just chill. Just chill. You don't have to do that.
I know who you talking to. That's why I laugh. I hear you. But no. But what I don't, I want to watch the bill collector battle, because the stuff that you saying right now, if you said this in a round, I think it would be very impactful. So was this some of the stuff you were saying? Because if not, like, you know what I'm saying, we don't, huh?
Motherfuck.
Yeah, we don't got to keep elaborating, because you dropping jewels right now, and this is material for like your next 3 or 4 joints. So that's why I'm
Right.
like,
In the bill collector battle, I did open up a little bit more as to why I am the way I am. So
yeah.
really, I started the journey as to me opening up. So I basically started from conception. I gave that piece of my parents both being rappers. My
Mm-hmm.
mom had to give up her dream to have me, and me finishing her legacy, and my father not being around. And because my father was not around, it made me crave rappers for that father figure, specifically rappers, because my father was a rapper who left to chase his dream, who left us behind to chase his dream. So for some reason, my attraction lies in rappers.
See what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people is laughing or whatever, but for you to be transparent like that, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of women, they look for things that they couldn't get in their fathers, and then that's how the train of, a bunch of stuff starts. Now, what I will say is that as you continue to prosper, I don't know what level it is, but I feel like you're talented. Now talking to you, I feel like you're intelligent. You're gonna reach a certain level. When you get to that certain level of top tier status with the females, same thing with me, because I've switched it up. Like, if you watch the battle with Vixen, it wasn't the usual suck my dick doing. I was preaching. I want to see a change with your material after you get your point across. Because that's what, after you lay it out there and it's across, then it's about leveling up, growing. If you really trying to get past what you saying, you know what I'm saying, you struggle with. Because we all, you know what I'm saying, struggle with things. I had a
Right.
problem with gambling, like a super problem, to the point where 65 of my battles probably, you know what I'm saying, are happen because of that. So it was a point in time though, and I can't tell you when that is, because you only ready when you ready. I had two parents that was both on drugs. That was the main thing that I used to hear going to meetings. Like, you stop when you want to stop, when you hit rock bottom, and then only you know that time. Only you know when, you know what I'm saying, you reach that point. So I just hope once you reach that point that, we get to hear something else, because a lot of people don't hear you speak like this, or know that, you know what I'm saying, you're
Right. And
actually
I want to
intelligent.
elevate, but it's we have to keep that same energy for all the females,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them can keep their same persona, maybe because it's not real, like, oh, we can shoot guns and buck 50 slice the face all day because it's a character. My shit's real. This real
Yeah.
life. So it's a lot easier for me to transition. But I think if some of the women, how do I say this, if some of them were more organic to who they are, and as a female, and not try so much to show that they can rap like a man, because we got the same pen, paper, brain. Of course we could formulate it like a man,
Yeah.
but the struggles and the daily life and the mindset of a woman is completely, totally, absolutely different. And I feel like if we portray that more, female battle rap can get farther.
Yeah, but at the same, all right, prime example, right? Like, whatever I've done in my past is what I've done in my past. Not saying I'm some killer or some big time drug dealer, because I wasn't. The point that I'm trying to get to is that a lot of people had issues with me talking about guns. They didn't feel like it was believable, da 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 da. That's not the reason why I fell back from talking about guns. The reason why I fell back from talking about that type of stuff is because I'm watching a bunch of my people getting killed from cops, from racist people, and I don't want to keep putting that energy out there, because I feel like that's making it worse. So now, let's say somebody wants to book you for something, or somebody wants to uh, give you a sponsorship. If they watch that battle, sometimes it's hard to explain to that person, like, yo, listen, this is just entertainment. Now,
Right.
what this is my thing. The conscious choice I had to make is, I'd rather somebody not book me for that video that I'm about to put out, or somebody not book me because they don't like that I'm talking about racial injustice. I'd rather not be booked or sponsored by that. But I don't want to be booked. I don't want to not be booked because of somebody thinking like, oh, this is what they about, drug dealing, and you know what I'm saying, shooting up people, because that's a misrepresentation of the message that I'm trying to give out. So what I'm saying is, in the process of you speaking on it and you're giving light to it, it's also the view that people have on most women in the industry, is that they're doing those things. And even though you're bringing light to it from the struggle standpoint, you actually could be hurting it when you're trying to help it, because now it holds more validity to what people are already saying. You get what I'm saying?
But yes, but it's primarily true. So we have to talk about the elephant in the room. How are
Yeah.
the women going to grow if they're able to sneak around and be whores and make it okay, and then maybe move to a new city where nobody knows them and find some guy, some simp guy to marry them, and everything's okay? How are we going to grow as women if we don't admit that we like to fuck?
No, but you can admit it. I'm just saying, after you do that, it has to, like, at some point in time, I'm just saying, I want to see the change after speaking to you. Before speaking to you, it to me, it just what it is. I guess that's the thing. But hearing that you have another insight, I'm saying incorporate that insight as well with everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That you
I
that you doing.
promise you.
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to stay in this culture.
Nah, you're gonna be allowed to stay because what you got to understand. What I'm talking about now is less people that want to hear it. What you're talking about is what everybody wants to hear. Gun, sex, money, and violence always are gonna get the traction before somebody preaching the word in the message or trying to be conscious. Because you know why? Exactly what you said is true. More people are doing what you're doing than you know what I'm saying on the flip side. So it's definitely needed. I'm just saying if you're because the way you're speaking is like you're gonna be the ambassador. So at the same time with you being the ambassador, you gotta also weigh out the pros and cons and then put all of that together so the message is very, very crystal clear what's happening. But like I said, I don't pass judgment on people because you know what I'm saying, we all do things that you know what I'm saying we're not supposed to do, gambling, all different type of vices. Like I said, both of my parents was on drugs, so I'm never gonna say, oh yeah, you're a bad person because this is what you're saying. So that's how some people that are shallow minded think. But I'm just saying with you being because you are like literally this the same conversations I had with Saga before there was a Loso or A Water Street Hems or somebody else. With you being the first person that is like, you know what I'm saying, the ambassador or something because you're tackling it on and embracing it on the highest level because it's real. Which people always have to respect real. I'm just saying these conversations that we have in here, put those in the rounds because that's gonna even make what you're doing even crazier and reach you
Right,
to,
right.
you know what I'm saying, a higher
Yeah.
level. Because it's
Yeah.
both sides. Like, you know what I'm saying, you could be bipolar in the battle where it's conflicting. Like, one part of me is saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to chill, da da da, but the other part is saying, how we gonna eat this month? And then people gonna resonate with that because that's real. Like, it's a lot of times somebody will go out there and rob somebody and they ain't want to, but when all else fails and you know what I'm saying, they don't got a job or you know what I'm saying that they don't got they got two F's on their sheet. It's over. You're gonna do what you know how to do to survive. So I feel what you're saying. I'm just saying when you put it to people like that, that's what's gonna make it even more realer because it's like, yeah, everybody's done stuff they not proud of at times to make money because when all else failed at some point.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
I know that's my dream and my goal. Do I know the exact game plan? No. Did I think I started off as a fan, a blogger, really. I
Yeah.
started off as a blogger, a reality TV blogger, and I
Hmm.
fell into battle rap. So
Yeah.
did I think 3 years later that I would be on Born Legacy battling Bill Collector? Hell, fuck no.
Yeah.
It moved faster than I would have ever expected. The only thing that saves me from this image is the fact that I can actually rap. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that saves me.
Hmm. No, I mean I feel like it's ill because it's not just a gimmick. Like once people get past all the shit you saying and they actually listen to the material, it's like all right, she actually could get busy. So I feel like that's the ill part about it. Now that we covered that, how do you like? Because that's the main topic. How do you feel about the actual battle? You feel like you 1-2-1, it's debatable. Like how do you score it?
Because me and Bill, we both produced 3 fire rounds.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be people that's gonna say Bill won. It's gonna be people that's gonna say I won. Whether they base it off of it, just really gonna be a preference based battle. But I got a classic in
Hmm.
front of Stack, and I faced a tough opponent. So I'm glad I didn't have the pressure like you had, where
Yeah.
it was like a voting system and then it
Yeah.
was like on the spot. I'm glad that it's gonna be left up to opinion like battle rap was previously. Um, so I think that's gonna save me thinking about it. I talked to his wife. I immediately apologized to his wife. His wife is cool. I could have told her I wanted to do that, and we could have made it a big Gerald moment. And she come out and be like, "Touch it, girl." Like I could have did that. That's how cool she is.
Yeah.
But I knew I needed the shock factor, in a different manner. But now that I go back and think about it, I definitely should have told her what I had planned. Um, and so her reaction was genuine, and it definitely is gonna make people anticipate the battle. I can say that.
Yeah. Definitely.